All right. So it is August 20th. You guys are going to have to unmute to chat with me. So I hope you will do that. I want this to be interactive. I'm actually starting right off the bat asking questions. So just for the recording purposes, I've got everybody on mute, but please unmute to talk with me. So 1 week down in the 90-day action plan. What I did last week for my coaching calls, and I shared that with you guys. I didn't know if any of you guys did it as well. But I told people to do the matrix that Carrie Michaels talked about on our Monday night call, the 5 by 5 by 5 by 1. And I said, for everyone who did that, let me know. They're going to be in for a drawing. And then anyone who enrolled 2+ people last week were to get back to me. And I'm going to be honest with this group here. I was really disappointed with all the people that I have going through coaching calls, how few got back to me that they did it. So I think what I'm going to do is, with all of those that did it, I'm going to send them a little something in the mail to let them know how much I appreciate them. And then on my coaching calls today, I'm going to say, guys, if you're investing in yourself and you're getting on these calls with me, be sure to do the work that I'm sharing with you to do, because your business is only going to move forward if you're doing the action steps that you're supposed to be doing. So I do that in a sweet way. I feel like, you can handle this 2 different ways. I can let people know I'm terribly disappointed in them, but how's that going to leave them feeling? The way I'll choose to do this is really just congratulating the people that stepped up and did their 5 by 5 by 5 1 matrix. A lot of people probably just simply forgot to respond to me, but I also will have a little bit of a pep talk that, you guys are big girls and big boys, and I cannot be, double checking what you're doing and looking in the back office to see who's enrolling 2 people. And you guys have to communicate back with me. Let's see, we've got some background noise here. Oh, there we go. I got it. So that's how I'll handle it. And then what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to start off by asking questions, and I'm going to ask you the same questions just in case you guys like them and want to use them with your groups. Feel free. And I also want to hear your ideas too. If you have some questions that you feel would be beneficial, please share. But the first thing I'm going to ask is, what are you doing to network and connect with people each week? So for you guys that are doing a matrix, whether it's the one Carrie talked about, whether it's the one Tyler shared from what he does, any of the matrix, what are you guys doing to connect with new people each week? Anybody?
Cindy, I'll share.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the matrix Tyler is using. I believe it's 5 reach outs a day, 5 new connections, 3 follow-ups, 3 presentations. And I'm not meeting it every day, but I think just by at least reaching out to 5 people every day, then that gets everything going from there. So it might take like a week or 2 to catch up with it, but that's been really good for me, and I've had some great conversations from it. And even though I've been doing this for years, I have so many Facebook friends I realize I haven't reached out to yet. So I'm looking at posts of people who liked my previous posts that were anything isogenics related that I haven't talked to yet, and then just going through my friends list and seeing people that I haven't reached out to yet. And I just have a little message. It's kind of like the script and say, share, do. And I kind of customize it a little bit, and then I'm just sending them a video, and if they're interested, then I'll talk to them further about it.
That's what I was going to ask next. So you're sharing a script with a video, or script comes first? If they're acting interested, then comes the video?
Yeah, so script comes first, and a lot of these people are people I haven't talked to in a while, so some of them ignore me. But if they reply and they're willing to take a look at it, then I do the Eric Warre thing. Like, if I share this video with you, will you watch it? Make them confirm when they watch it, and then I'm following up with them when they said they would. And then from there, I'm like, if this is something that excites you, then we can talk further. If not, that's completely cool. But just keep your I'm always looking for referrals. So if you could provide me some names of people that you think would be interested in this, that'd be great. And
awesome.
Yeah, that's been going great for me this week so far.
Awesome. All right. Who else? Thanks for sharing, John. What are you doing to network and make new connections each week?
I want to share, but John, are you sharing your video? I know you're running, but is that the video you're sharing, the one you made?
Yes. So at first I was using a comp plan video, but I started sharing the one I just made. That was the reason I created it. Right. Was another one for this 90-day action plan.
I thought that was good. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm still doing coffees with people from my networking group, and I joined a chamber as well. So it's more looking for referrals. I've enrolled most people in my networking group, so I'm really looking to continue sharing the story and seeing who they know. So.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Gina, can you just tell them how you started your networking group?
Sure. We have a group that's been 4 years this fall that we started, and there were 5 of us that got together, and similar to a BNI without the expenses, we found a restaurant that gives us the space for free, and we just get together the first and third Wednesday of every month. We have everything from financial planners to electricians, florists, bakers, I don't know, you name it. We have about 30 people in our group that consistently meet. And we do one-on-ones outside of our meetings. We have a Facebook group, both public and private, outside of our meetings. So it really is an endless supply of new people, because somebody always knows somebody, or you're commenting on their Facebook posts and friending people that they know. So that has always, it helps get you out of the office, out from behind your computer, meeting people, talking to people. And I like that part of the business. So I enjoy meeting people for coffee. I met a guy this morning, he wouldn't stop talking. And in the last 5 minutes, he asked me what I did, but it's fine. It's, I learned a lot about him, and I'm going to be able to leverage that, which is very interesting. But I know I'll be able to leverage a lot of that. And, I go in and I meet, people that are 20 and people that are 70. So that's the great thing too. I'm meeting such a wide range of individuals. So.
And I started a group. I've shared this with a couple of you I know. And what I looked for, I've been part of BNI groups. I've been in networking groups. I visit groups to this day. But I wanted to form my own group like Gina did. But what I did a little bit differently was I chose high-powered business women in my area. So I didn't invite any guys to this. It's a very small group, but I hope to add to it. And it's not that I don't want men to be part of it, but I just wanted to start with like business owners. So I picked a restaurant owner. I picked the head of a women's ministry for a big church, several people, a spa owner, different people that I wanted to collaborate with to pull up my average. You know how we say we're the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So I chose really, really influential, wonderful people, and I have enrolled almost all of them. One of them was already on our team, enrolled with Val, but the others I've been enrolling. They actually help find me an assistant that I just hired last week. So that's kind of an avenue I did to try to get some new people and some new referrals too. All right, anyone else with connecting? Is anyone going out to networking events? Or come on, Ian. Yes, Stephanie, next.
I am in my journey with Isogenics. When I first left my job, I couldn't stand being in my house. And now I love being in my house, and I never want to leave my house. Mm-hmm. And even though I'm social, I absolutely hate leaving my house. So even though I'm an instructor and I'm a personal trainer, I don't want to go to another gym. So I have made myself buy Groupons all over the state, and I'm leaving my house one whole day, and I've already made a lot of connections. I was in a sporting goods store all day. I'm not leaving. I have a workout shirt on. I'm showered, but I look casual, and I'm connecting and just giving my cards out. And I'm utilizing my fitness group on Facebook. You guys will see me blasting the heck out of it, Fit in 15. And I'm inviting people to, because they're like, oh, you're looking great shape. And I'm just saying, hey, I have a fitness group. Connect with me on Facebook. I'll add you. So I'm making new connects that way. And I'm really pressing hard, driving hard on social media, on Facebook right now. So I'm making anywhere from 5 to 15 new friends a day. And I hope I don't get in prison.
Yeah, if they friend request you, you're safe. So hopefully some of them are requesting you versus you requesting them. All right, Stephanie.
Okay, so I kind of have 2 things going on. Kind of mirrored to what Gina's been doing. I was invited into a networking group 2 months ago from a friend of mine who's a life insurance agent. But his wife is a really good friend of mine, and they both use nutrition and absolutely love it. So I said, sure. Just like Gina was a little afraid of the BNIs and all that, because if you guys don't know, my husband and I own electrical contracting corporations and a fire alarm company. So we've been in many of those groups. And what I loved about this, as well as Gina, is that it's very different. It's kind of my friend Bill and a partner that he has who is a a director for 2 dental offices in my local area. So they were interested in me, and I had said, could Peter join as well because he's an electrician. Well, it's just been a blessing for the both of our businesses. And Suzanne, who is actually, one of the creators of the group, enrolled with me, I want to say about 2.5 months ago. She's already down just about 21 pounds. She's enrolled 2 people already, and I just come to find out about a week ago that she was a rodent and fields consultant. So I had that amazing opportunity of sharing, our comp plan with her. I mean, the jaw was just on the floor because she can't believe what's out there for her, what she's already made already, just with these 2 people that she's working with. So that group has been a blessing to me. The other thing is, some of you even on the call are a part of my gardening lovers group that I created on Facebook about 3 years ago. I do have a huge passion for all things gardening and living off of the land and beautiful flowers and all that good stuff. So I have 25 members that are around the world. So not even just in the United States, but in the country. So as soon as we came back from Nashville, I kind of just blurb on the page. I would love for you to friend request me personally. Instead of just being your friend for the season, I'd love to be your friend for the year. Well, if I could tell you how many friend requests started coming in, and now what I've done is I've opened up my International Business Center, number 1. And the other thing is I'm connecting with them, saying nothing about Isogenics, but just giving them messages, UK, Germany, wherever they are. I'm specifically looking for my international friends now and sending them messages to connect and purposefully looking on their pages each day to see what they're writing so that I could add value to them. So I'm still in the early stages of this, but I think it's going to be huge because when I last checked, I think it was 600 of the 2,500 are international. So I'm really hoping that that's going to bring me some new networking.
Stephanie, I have a question.
Yes.
I have so it'd be a 2 PET prospect that's currently a Rodan field consultant, but has asked for some information. Could you give me a little insight on what was attractive about this versus Rodan fields? I don't know much about it or anything.
Well, I'll tell you. I think the personal relationship that I've had with her over the last 2 months is really what did it, because I wasn't even considering that she was going to want to use the nutrition because she was in Rodan and Fields. So I'm thinking she already knows about, how this works. And I have to tell you, it was a little sticky about 6 weeks ago because I so wanted to give her the business opportunity, but I also know that realistically, I probably wouldn't be in the networking group anymore if I enrolled her, right? Because now she has the same opportunities that I have as a network marketer. So why would she want me to be in the group anymore? So I actually had her husband, Joe, and her over for dinner one night. We just did some wine and some light appetizers. And, Peter had a great conversation with her husband. And her and I really got connected that night. So what I can suggest is developing that relationship and showing the passion of how much you love for it and talking about the comp plan, saying, hey, look, I know, you're part of Rodan Fields. How does that work? Because I know that, my company is, 250 levels deep. Do you know what that means? Can we talk about that? How does Rodan and Fields, comp plan work? So I think when we got into that a little bit personally, not so much on a business, at the meetings, but when we personally connect, it was really like, what? Like you could how much? What? That's when she saw the value in it.
I know that it dumps. You guys might know that too. It flushes at the end of the month. So I have a couple Rodan and Fields people right now. I have one that did Rodan Fields, and she is kicking butt on our team. I can ask her. We never really talked about the compensation plan. She's ignorance on fire with Isogenics right now. She said her skin looks better now than it did with her nutrition than it did with all that cream. But I have somebody else, and she always posts, what do you need 2 more for? She goes, well, it flushes at the end of the month. So that's that's just something to know. We have a great compensation plan. So I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. And I like what Stephanie said, ask questions versus us telling them, oh, this is what we offer. Find out what they like and what they dislike about their comp plan. But I know Jessica Rigner talks about this. She's enrolled a couple high up Rodan and Fields people. So she's talked about that a couple times from stage. So always try to find out their background, their comp plan, ask a lot of questions. Then you know how you can share about ours. Awesome. All right. Any other connecting before we move on?
One thing
Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead, Tyler. I'll finish after you.
All right, Sheldon, go. I'll just go quick. One thing I started doing recently that I got away from, which I don't know why, was hashtags on Instagram. If you guys are active on Instagram, hashtags are huge, and I don't know why I got away from it, but I get new connections every day by using the right hashtags on posts, and a couple have led to conversations, a couple have led to actual presentations. So just the simple act of putting a hashtag on there. The other thing I've been doing a little more intentionally is everybody's heard the 3-foot rule, not prospecting everybody in 3 feet, but just talking to everybody within 3 feet. And that takes having the right energy when you go out into public, because sometimes we go out with our heads down and we're just worried about ourselves. And I'm guilty of that quite often, but I'm trying to take more intention every time I go out into the world. And I've just been meeting a lot of people and just having small talk and saying, hey, are you on Instagram? So I'm trying to just build a following, because I know planting those seeds might come back around later. Not prospecting everybody within 3 feet, but anytime somebody makes eye contact and smiles, trying to be intentional and talk more often and get them on Instagram.
Can we do any Instagram training, or does anybody have a reference for Instagram? I am like Instagram 101.
I'm not an expert, but I've learned a few things, and I got a girl on my team who is an expert. She built a photography business from the ground up with Instagram, so we could definitely – and I'm actually going to have her on my team call, do something soon, so I could record that. That was well, maybe that'd be helpful.
Thank you. A bunch of old timers will speak for myself. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
It's definitely the place where like 18 to 35-year-olds are most. So it's, if that's your target, then Instagram is the place to be.
I've been watching some videos on YouTube about how to use Instagram for business, and those have been really helpful, Ann.
And Hillary Rushford is a great Instagram guru. She's built like multiple 6-figure incomes, and I've taken courses from her over the last 5 or 6 years. So if you Google Hillary Rushford Instagram training, she does a really good job, and she has a lot of freebie downloadables and that sort of thing that you can watch.
I thank you. I started following her, and you know what, just for all of us, it's so much. You got to pick what you're going to do, and then you got to do what you're going to do. And so, yeah, but thank you. Yes, I the name's familiar. Appreciate it.
Yes.
I have taken Hillary Rushford's classes too, but somebody else, Hillary's really gotten into like the personal styling world lately.
Yeah, her old stuff is really good.
Yes. So somebody that I'm really following right now and I've taken her course is Jasmine Starr. She is incredible. And then also Jenna Kutcher. Those are 2 people that I've been really following with Instagram. Another thing, just piggybacking off of what Tyler was talking about, hashtags are like everything. 30 hashtags per post, like per comment. They have been, I'm connecting with so many new people. And then also spearfishing. That's something that I've been doing a lot of too. So it's called spearfishing. So has anybody ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, so what I do is every week, whenever I find new people through hashtags, if I like what they're doing, if I like their feed, if I'm drawn to them as a person, then what I'll do is I'll screenshot their profile, and then I'll put it in a folder in my pictures. So then every single day, I have 10 people a week that I do this with. So then every day I make sure that I go through and I make sure that I show love on their profile. So I make sure that I get into their DMs, so I'm sliding into the DMs with their stories, and then also making sure that I'm commenting on their picture, but not just like cute post or your baby's adorable, but like really like a few sentences, because on Instagram the engagement is all that matters.
That's awesome. I love these calls because I learn from you guys too. So thank you so much. All right. A couple things I definitely want to share with you tomorrow, guys. I don't know if you've gotten any emails on this yet or not, but you will be. In Isogenics Business on Facebook, there's going to be a live Facebook tomorrow at noon Eastern. And it's going to be on the oils, big announcements. And then if we're on the live call, I think there's going to be some type of a special, and I'll be sharing this again on the Mastermind call. So why I wanted to bring it up to you guys is that should be a focus for you guys this week, is to really follow up with all of your team members and see about their interest in the oils. Tonight's call is with John Raines. So we're going to talk more about the oils. You guys have been doing a great job. Ian, I can't thank you enough for all of your oil contribution and HHP. So what we really want to do is get the word out this week to all of our existing customers that, you know, as soon as they announce it tomorrow, I'm assuming they're going to give us the date that it's available for us to purchase the whole entire oil collection. It could be as early as tomorrow. So I think that's what we're going to be hearing tomorrow. So just be sure you're on there, you get the news first, and then you really take action with that and get in contact with all of the people that are your existing customers, whether they're ordering or not. Like, this might be something that you might have someone that's fallen off the bandwagon, has zero BB in, but this one announcement might be a total game changer for them. So that's what I really want you guys to concentrate on this week. And also, another thing that I am going to be focusing on with all my coaching groups, I'm going to set a new challenge for this week, and it's going to be based on enrollments only. I'm going to say 2 enrollments or more, and let me know. You know, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't personally have time to follow up and make sure everyone's done 2 enrollments. So you have to follow up with me and let me know within this week. You have 2 enrollments to be entered in the drawing, and then I'm going to give away a prize. And I'm going to give them a whole, like, the whole ending of my coaching calls is going to be, and I'll just give it to you guys here, is going to be on finishing what you start. You set really great goals for yourself for this 90-day action plan. I really encourage you to do what you say you're going to do. So if you're setting weekly goals for yourself, and enrollment should be part of our every week goals. I mean, I fall short. There's weeks I don't enroll anyone. I might go 2 or 3 weeks without an enrollment, but I really try to be intentional and try each week to get enrollments, because I know that's how my business will grow. And that's how I'll bring new energy into my organization. So every week we need to be focusing on that. So I want to remind everybody, okay, I don't know what happened. Sorry, I'm traveling, so.
I see her there now, and she's muted.
Oh, it's like she
moved.
She did. She's not the admin.
Are you back now?
No.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, she's frozen.
Yeah, starting to.
Okay, I'm back. Are we good?
Okay.
Yes, thumbs up, we're good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry guys, I'm traveling. I'm hoping this doesn't happen on all my calls today. All right, so what I'm really going to be working on with people is taking their goals and getting it done. And Tyler, you know what? Would you mind sharing your story with your 2 guys last night? Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there was a cool little thing that happened last night. So I have a couple guys I've been working with for several months that have big goals, but they haven't necessarily been matching their words with actions. As you guys know how that happens sometimes. And, you know, they set big goals to this 90-day action plan. And I told them up front, like, to reach these, you're going to have to take things more seriously, act like a professional, and, you know, get things done. And they both had the goal this week of getting double PIBs. They both got both of them had me on 5 or 6 3-way calls early in the week. So they were doing the work. They were serious about it. And as it goes in a people business, people started blowing us off, ghosting us. People that had the link to enroll were like 99% done and weren't doing it. We got to last night at 8 o'clock, and both of these guys had 0 enrollments in, and they had all these things out. And we were, you know, in the past, both of these guys would have cashed it in and called it. But I, you know, just encourage them, you know, still got 2 or 3 more hours left in the night. Don't give up hope, you know, follow up with some people. And, you know, both of these guys who I've seen happen this many times, they've both enrolled like 5 or 6 people since they started and never had double PIBs, because they kind of give up when this happens. But this time they actually face rejection with more action instead of up. It's a great habit to get to, and when they face rejection rather than give up, just do more action. And they did, and they both called me like 9:30. Hey, just got 2 enrollments in, and then one of the guys actually got an enrollment in, and he enrolled somebody as well. So it happened really, really late. And yeah, I was pumped up. I had a goal of double PIBs too, and I also got blown off. I had 1 enrollment in and missed one. But rather than be down in the dumps, I had these guys to celebrate because they did an awesome job making that happen last night at the 11th hour.
Yeah, and I love that story, and that's exactly what I'm talking about here. So I want you guys to keep this at your forefront for your goals, for yourself personally, but I want you to really work with your team too, because we want everyone to do what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going for 2 enrollments, don't give up. absolutely don't give up. Follow up with everyone that's expressed interest. Do a last minute power post. Do whatever you need to do to get it done. Whether it be, a lot of you are working on rank advancements that requires an increase in cycles. So what's the best way to increase your cycles? Increase your enrollments. So you enroll, you get your people enrolling, figure out an incentive to get what you need done, to get that work done. And really have the attitude that it's done before it even happens. Have that belief that it's done. It's already a done deal. I was listening to a great podcast this morning. I actually sent it to Tyler. I've got to figure out who this guy is. He doesn't have the cleanest of language, but it was a real powerful one. I'll figure out who it is, and I'll try to send you guys a cleaned up version, although many of you guys won't care. But it was really powerful, and they were talking about habits and how so many of us have that habit of giving up. Maybe because we've gotten some rejection, maybe because we've had some distractions come in that really take us away from what we're focused on. So whatever that is, it's getting back to, why are we doing this? And that example we're trying to set for our teams, because if we give up, what is our team going to do? If we don't show up, what is our team going to do? Same thing, if we don't go to events, what's our team going to do? So we really want to keep modeling that behavior that we want to see our team doing. And we have to be that leader we want to attract. So you guys are the best, and you guys know what you're doing, and I'm here to help you. And if you need me to help, if you've got your own coaching groups and you want me to be a guest one night on a call, I'm happy to do that. Reach out to me, whatever I can to do to support you. But your growth is so dependent on your team's growth. And that's what I really want you guys to keep at the forefront, that you're going to continue to grow or get stalled based on what your team is doing. If they stall, you stall. If they're fired up and they're soaring, you'll soar. So keep plugged into them. Do what you need to do with little weekly incentives, handwritten cards, whatever it is to keep people engaged. Ask questions. The questions I asked you guys, ask those questions. Get everyone talking on your calls. I don't want to spend 30 minutes on coaching calls with me just chattering the whole time. I want to get engagement. I want to get people to buy into what we're talking about. And I want to build relationships with the people I'm coaching, so that they can cheer each other on as well. And there's nothing better than seeing chatter amongst them, supporting each other, encouraging them on their Facebook posts and all of that as well. Does anyone have any questions before we hop off and get on to the mastermind call? Go for no. I love it, Shelby. Absolutely. No's aren't fun, but we have to have some no's in order to get to the yeses.
It's a great book to read.
Oh, awesome. Haven't read that one. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on the mastermind call. And if you have any questions, just reach out.